Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning and welcome to day 32 of the daily maths practice series, which is called as Do Math with Me. You will be doing problems with me on an almost everyday basis, and we have been doing a lot of questions from chapter 1 and 2 of class 10th mathematics, that is your real numbers as well as polynomials. And right now for quite more than a week we have been doing problems as a part of our daily practice from the unit pair of linear equations in two variables. Let's get started with the questions for today. The question is, Rahul scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, Rahul would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? Right? So now, we'll just assume there are two variables. That is, the first one is your the number of answers that were correctly done, that is the number of right answers, and the number of wrong answers. Okay, these are the two variables. So let's start. Now suppose we'll just begin by writing, let the number of right answers be your x and the number of wrong answers let this be y. Okay. Now, what is given here? First of all, so if you're answering one right answer, this is the number of questions answered correctly. Okay, y is the number of questions that were answered incorrectly. That means that were wrong. So he scored 40 marks. So the total marks that he scored was 40, getting 3 marks for every right answer. So each question is getting 3 marks, and the total number of answers that he has answered correctly is x. Okay, so how many marks will he get? For each right answer he is getting 3 marks. So for x right answers he'll be getting 3x, right? So 3x marks he'll be getting for x number of right answers, losing 1 mark for every wrong question or for every wrong answer. That means you have to subtract, okay, 1 wrong. So 1 wrong answer means how many marks will he lose? 1 into y. If there are 2 wrong answers, 2y. Okay, right now what are we seeing here? He is getting 3 marks for every right answer and losing 1 mark for every wrong answer, right? So here it will be 1 into y. Okay, there's only, so losing 1 mark for each right, then he would have scored 40 marks. So this is your first equation. Am I correct? Okay, so Rahul scored 40 marks in the test, getting 3 marks for every right answer that he wrote and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. We don't know how many wrong answers he wrote, so we are just assuming it to be y, and he is losing 1 mark for every wrong answer that he has written. Next, had 4 marks been awarded for every correct answer. So how much is that? 4x. Okay, if 4 marks had been awarded for each correct answer, then it is 4x, and 2 marks had been deducted for each incorrect answer. That means minus 2y. Okay, so if 2 marks instead of 1, if 2 marks were deducted for every incorrect or wrong answer, then how many answers? So totally, if it is y, 2y will be the number of marks that he loses for the wrong answers, and 4x is the number of marks that he is getting correct for every correct answer. Okay, then how much Rahul would have scored? Rahul would have scored 50 marks. So this is equal to 50. So this is your equation 2. Right? Now you will be getting the number of right answers and number of wrong answers. So can we do it? You can use any method, but I would prefer the elimination method. I'll multiply equation 1 by 2. So what do you get here? 3 2s are 6x. So here the second equation, multiplying it by 1. Okay, 6x minus 2y equal to 80. And then 4x minus 2y equal to 50. Change the sign, right? minus 2y plus 2y would get cancelled. So what is 6x minus 4x? It's 2x equal to 80 minus 50. It is 30. Okay. So therefore, your x is equal to 30 divided by 2, which is 15. So the number of right answers is nothing but 15. Okay. Now you can put this x equal to 15 in any one of the equation. I'm going to put it in equation 1. So what do you get? 3x minus y equal to 40, right? 3 multiplied by x is 15 minus y equal to 40. So what is 3 multiplied by 15? 45. Minus y equal to 40 minus y equal to 40 minus 45, which is nothing but minus 5. Okay. Therefore, y is equal to 5. Okay. So, the number of right answers is x. Number of wrong answers is y. So, how many questions would be there? It is just x plus y. So, the answer is the total number of questions is nothing but total number of questions is you just have to add total number of questions in the test will be equal to x plus y, which is nothing but 15 plus 5, that is 20. Okay. So in a test, if suppose there are say 20, totally 20 questions, 15 you have answered it correctly. 15 is the number of questions that you have answered correctly. Then how many questions you would have answered incorrectly? That is 5. So the number of questions is always x plus 5. This is clear. So word problems in linear equations is actually very, very easy. You just have to understand it and write the algebraic representation of the statements that are given very, very carefully. Let's move on to the next question. So this is a word problem related to geometry. What is given here? The angles of a cyclic quadrilateral A, B, C, D are, angle A is given, B, C and D is given. You have to find x and y and also the values of the 4 angles. First of all, let me draw and show you a cyclic quadrilateral. So here you have a quadrilateral which is enclosed within a circle. So this is your, let this be your cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. So here let this be your A, B, C and D. What is your angle A? 6x plus 10. What is B? 5x. What is C? It is x plus y. Okay. And what is your D? 3y minus 10. Right? This is your cyclic quadrilateral. What you should know about a cyclic quadrilateral is that the sum of the opposite angle is always 180 degree. So let me write in a cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles is always 180 degree. So what do you mean by that? Angle A plus angle C is 180 degree, as well as angle B plus angle D is also equal to 180 degree. What is A? Just substitute the values. A is nothing but 6x plus 10 plus what is angle C? X plus y. Okay, I am just putting the values of x. Angle A 6x plus 10 and angle C x plus y equal to 180. So just solve it. So what is 6x plus x? It is 7x. Plus y is equal to what will happen? 180 minus 10, which is nothing but 170 degree. Okay, so this is your equation 1. Now, what is angle B? B is nothing but 5x plus angle D is nothing but 3y minus 10 equal to 180 degree. So 5x plus 3y is equal to 180 plus 10, which is 190 degree. Let this be your equation 1 and 2. Again, I am going to use the elimination method. You can choose any method that you wish to. Okay, you can even choose substitution method also. So here I am going to multiply equation 1 by 3. Okay, so I am going to multiply equation 1 by 3. So what will I get? 7 into 3, 21x plus y into 3, 3y equal to your 17 into 3, 51. There is a 0. And equation 2 is nothing but I'm just multiplying this by 1. Okay, I'm just going to write the same. 5x plus 3y equal to 190. Just change the sign. 3y plus 3y minus 3y will get cancelled. What remains? 21 minus 5y. What is 21 minus 5? It is 16. So 16x is equal to 320, right? So 16x equal to 320. X is nothing but 320 divided by 16. So you will be getting, therefore you are getting x is equal to 20 degree. Now you can put x in any one of the equations. So write down, put x equal to 20 in your first equation, equation 1. What is your equation 1? 7x plus y equal to 170 degrees. So 7 into x is nothing but 20 plus y equal to 170. Okay, so 140 plus y equal to 170 degree. So y equal to 170 minus 140, which is nothing but 30 degree. So you are getting x equal to 20 and y equal to 30. Now you are not asked to find x and y alone. What are you asked? Find x and y and also the values of the 4 angles. So now let us calculate all the angles. So angle A, what is A? 6x plus 10. So 6x plus 10 will be equal to 6 into 20 plus 10, right? So it is 120 plus 10, which is 130 degrees. What is angle B equal to? Angle B equal to 5x. 5x. So it's nothing but 5 multiplied by 20, which is nothing but 100 degree. What is angle C? Angle C is nothing but x plus y. X is 20 plus y is 30. That is nothing but 50 degree. Always make sure you write the units correctly. Angle D is equal to, what is angle D? 3y minus 10. So just substitute 3 into y is 30 minus 10. So this is 90 minus 10, which is nothing but 80 degrees. Right, so you've got A, B, C and D angles, all the 3 angles respectively. I hope you understood. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Shyam has some cows and some hens in his farm. The total number of legs is 92 and the total number of heads is 29. Find the number of cows in the farm. Again, very easy. But before we start, how many legs do cows have? It will be 4 legs, right? And how many legs do hens have? 2 legs, right? Hens have 2 legs. Now, what is asked? The number of cows. Okay, so let's assume, let the number of cows be equal to x and the number of hens be equal to y. Okay. You are given the total number of legs is 92. Total number of legs. Okay. So if one cow has got 4 legs, how many legs will x cows have? How many legs will 2 cows have? It will be 2 into 4, isn't it? How many legs will 3 cows have? 3 into 4. So similarly, how many legs will x cows have? X into 4. So x into 4 is nothing but 4x. We are only going to talk about the number of legs, total number of legs. Now, if one hen has got 2 legs, how many will 2 hens have? 2 into 2. How many legs will y hens have? Y into 2, which is 2y. Okay, so plus 2y. This is the total number of legs summed up. You're summing up the total number of legs x cows that have and the total number of legs that y hens have. So it is equal to what is given. It's equal to 92. So this is your equation 1. The total number of head. Hey, how many heads do cows and hens have? It's just 1 each, right? So x cows will have x heads, y hens will have y heads, and the total number of heads is 29. This is equation 2, right? Again, I am going to use the elimination method. I multiply the first equation by 1, multiply the second equation by 2. So what do you have? 4x plus 2y equal to 92. This is your first equation as such. In the second equation, you multiply it throughout by 2. So what do you get? 2x plus 2y equal to 58. Okay, change the sign whenever you are subtracting. Change the sign. Plus 2y minus 2y gets cancelled. So what is 4x minus 2x? It is 2x equal to what is 92 minus 58? So 12 minus 8 is 4. 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, so you're getting x equal to 34 divided by 2. So you'll be getting therefore x equal to 17. I think that's all you're asked. What is x here? The number of cows. Okay. So number of cows will be equal to 17. That's your answer. We are not asked about the number of hens in the question. If you are asked the number of cows and hens, what will you do? Just substitute the value of x in equation 1 or 2, preferably equation 2 because it's much simpler, and you will be getting your y. Okay, so here if you substitute x as 17, 17 plus y equal to 29. So y equal to 29 minus 17. So what do you get? You will be getting 12. 12 hens. The number of hens is 12. The number of cows is 17. But since you are not asked, I am not doing it. Okay, you are only asked the number of cows. See how easy it is, right? It's very, very easy. It's just that you have to practice all kinds of questions. Every kind of question you should have practiced, and you should be able to revise and be able to do independently also. So while you're watching the video, please solve it. Pause the video, write the question, do it yourself and see. Or else once check the video how I am explaining or how I am doing it, and then try it yourself. Either ways, whether you are doing it before me or after me, but you should be able to do it. Okay, so that is what is the ultimate positive outcome of the do math with me. Now let's move on to the next question. Yeah. The length of the rectangle is 5 more than twice its breadth. You're talking about a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 5 more than twice its breadth. The perimeter of a rectangle is 52 centimeter. Then find the length of the rectangle. First of all, let me draw a rectangle. So a rectangle will have a length and a breadth. Okay, this is your breadth. What will be the perimeter of a rectangle? Perimeter will be L plus B plus B. So 2L plus 2B, right? So it will be 2 times L plus B will be your perimeter, which I denoted by capital P. Now let us start writing. Okay. So what is given as the first sentence? So you can write down, let the solution, let the length be L and the breadth of the rectangle, let it be B. What is given? What is the first sentence? Length L is 5 more than 5 plus twice the breadth, 2 times b. So this is your first. So I can write L minus 2b equal to 5. This is your first equation. What is your second equation? The perimeter of the rectangle, that is 2 times your L plus b is equal to 52. So what is your L plus b? It will be equal to 52 divided by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are. So L plus b equal to 26. This is your equation 2. We just have to solve 1 and 2. Let's do it. L minus 2b equal to 5 and L plus b equal to 26. Just change the sign. Plus L minus L will get cancelled. So minus 2b minus b. So whenever you're changing the sign, the new changed sign is what you have to consider. So minus 2b minus b is minus 3b is equal to 5 minus 26 is minus 21. Minus minus gets cancelled. What is b? 21 divided by 3, which is nothing but 7. Now you can just put b equal to 7 in any one of the equations. So I'm going to put it in equation 1. So what do you get? L minus 2b equal to 5. So L minus 2 into b is nothing but 7 is equal to 5. L minus 14 equal to 5. And what is your L equal to? 5 plus 14, which is nothing but 19. So L is equal to, so look at the units here. 52 centimeter is the perimeter. So you can write down, therefore, the length of the rectangle will be 19 centimeter. As I said, unit is very important, and the breadth of the rectangle is equal to 7 centimeters. Okay, that's your answer. That's your final answer. Hope you understood. Let's do one more question in today's Do Math with me. Yes. In a class, there are certain number of benches. If 3 students sit on each bench, then 9 students do not get any seat. But if 4 students sit on each bench, then 1 bench remains unused. Find the total number of students and the total number of benches. Whatever is asked, that you have to assume it as x and y. Right? Now, let us go ahead and do it. So, let the total number of students, let the total number of students, let it be x, and the total number of benches be equal to y. Okay. So what is given? In a class, there are certain number of benches. If 3 students sit on each bench, so how many benches are here? Y benches are here. And if 3 students sit on each bench, how many students will sit in Y bench? Okay. So if 3 students sit on a particular bench, and if there are 2 benches, what will you do? 3 into 2, 6 will be the number of students sitting in the 2 benches. If there are 3 benches, okay, if there are 3 benches and in each bench you have 3 students sitting, okay, there are totally 3 benches. So how many students are there? 3 into 3, isn't it? If there are 4 benches, how will you do? 4 multiplied by 3. Okay, either ways it is the number of students in each bench multiplied by the number of benches. So what is given here? If 3 students sit on each bench, that is 3y. Okay. Then 9 students do not get a seat. That means 9 students are standing. But 9 students are also there in the class. Plus 9 will be equal to the total number of students, which is x. Okay. The number of students sitting in y benches is 3y. Along with that, there are 9 students who do not have a seat to sit. So you have to add the 9 also. In the total number of students, those 9 students who did not get to sit, they are also a part of that X number of students. So 3y is the number of students sitting in Y benches plus 9 students who did not get a bench to sit will be equal to your X. Now this is your equation 1. What is the second equation? But if 4 students sit on a bench, that is, how many students will be there? If in each bench 4 students sit and there are Y benches, so it will be 4Y. Then one bench remains unused. That means minus 4. Okay, will be equal to X. That means in each bench 4 students were sitting. So every bench we are just assuming that we are equal number of students are sitting. Okay, so totally there are Y benches and 4 students sit on each bench means 4Y minus 4. That means one bench is left unused, which will be equal to the total number of students, which is X. So this is equation 2. Right? Now what will you do? Comparing when you have both are equal to X, isn't it? So you can compare and equate and find out Y. So you can write on from 1 and 2. Both your right hand side is equal. So you can equate the left hand side. So 3y plus 9 is equal to 4y minus 4. Right? So what will you have? 9 plus 4 equal to 4y minus 3y. Okay, so what is 4y minus 3y is y. 9 plus 4 is 13. So what are you getting? Y is equal to 13. Let's put it in any one of the equations. So you can write, put y equal to 13 in equation 1. So what do you get? 3 into 13, 3 into y is 13 plus 9. What is it? 39 plus 9 will be equal to 48. Okay, so this is your X. So therefore, you should finally write, therefore, the total number of students, is equal to 48 and the total number of benches that we assumed as Y is nothing but 13 in number. This is your final answer. Okay, because it's the number of students and the number of bench, we are not having any units here. Okay, otherwise you should make sure that every word problem, whenever you're doing, you have to understand the question and every sentence has to be converted or represented as an algebraic expression. Okay, and then finally when you are getting the answer, you can choose any method to do substitution or elimination in order to calculate the unknowns X and Y. And then finally you have to make sure that you write the units correctly. Right? So today we have solved 5 very, very good questions from linear equations. I hope you understood. I hope all of you are following the series. You can check out my other playlist with respect to chapter 1, real numbers. The entire playlist has got all the possible questions, including your NCERT exercise questions and Exemplar also. Check out the chapter 2 polynomials playlist. Check out the Do Math With Me series, which is quite kind of really actively going on among many students. So you're just getting into the practice of doing maths every day. So let's continue this habit and see, you yourself will observe the kind of improvement that is seen when you're doing problems every day. And I'm just helping you in a small way for you to also come sit along with me and do the practice series every day. So let's continue doing this. Happy learning, enjoy learning. If you have any doubts, please post them in the comments and I'll be happy to respond them. That's all for today. Thank you so much.